Turn this down. Turn it down. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the first day back from winter break, and today is also the first day. It's not low enough. The first day that I started my fast, my prayer and fasting for 21 days, and I only say that not to say that I'm going to talk about anything like religious or whatever you praise or don't praise is your choice, but I'm looking for ways that I could help myself with like my anxiety and my stress levels. They have really really been brought out with this choice of career. I've had family members like recommend and suggest medication, but I'm really trying not to go that route. I'm just really working on things that I can do myself to reduce like my anxiety levels. I'm not gonna lie, like Thursday, it was like I was feeling it. I was feeling like anxiety and almost like dread to go back because this is hard work. Like this is hard work, and a lot of times you feel. Well, I'm not gonna say you. I'm gonna talk about me. I just feel very unappreciated and very unsupported, and I don't know. I just don't feel like my cup is being filled. I feel like I'm filling all the cups for my tiny humans. I'm filling cups for my family. I'm filling cups for my principal. I'm filling cups for, my other family, church, and everything else. And I feel depleted. So I'm working on ways to do that. Like, for example, for winter break, I've never done this before, but I deleted and like my email account that's connected to my phone because I was getting emails on winter break. So like the first day of winter break, I decided I can't do this. Like I have to just cut away from it. And I didn't even bring my laptop in. I didn't bring my laptop back to inside my home until Friday before. Uh, we had to come back, and that was just so I can put my grades in, make sure my grades are submitted. So that's something I don't have to do today on planning day. But anyways, um, I'm going into this year with high hopes, and you know, yeah, I'm going in with high hopes. That's another prayer of mine. Help me be more positive, and I don't know. I'm finna ride to work now. See you later. Hey guys, I'm back. I've been here. It's 9:30. I've been here about an hour, a little over an hour, and running around. We do have a sub. So our sub is gonna be here for a week. The first sub is gonna be here for a week, and then our long-term sub will be here the following week. So I was kind of just going over the schedule with him, what he can expect, who he can depend on to be helpers, who he might need to keep an eye on. So we were just going over that a little bit, and yeah. So now I'm back in my classroom, and they didn't wax my floors. I'm kind of feeling some kind of way about that, but that's fine. They waxed the other floors though. Anyways, I have a to-do list right here. I have my grades that's already done. I like to come to my planning days with that already done so I could use my time in the best way possible. So I really want to focus on lesson planning for my small group, my centers. So I want to get that squared away. I want to regroup my centers with some of the new data we got in right before Christmas break. And I want to just print and laminate just those things that are kind of time consuming that I just want to have already done when when the kids come back. So I'm going to focus on that. And then also I need to create a new seating chart because before winter break, some people have become really friendly and a little talkative. And we just need to just, new year, new location. So we just need to just switch around the room a little bit. And that's what I'm going to focus on. We have our lunches at 12. We have our own lunch today. Yay. And I don't know if I'm going to lunch or not. I might just work through it. And we have a faculty meeting at 1:30, which will probably take us up to our contractual time, which is 3 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and start my lesson planning, and I will check back in with you all. Hello, it's been a few hours and I've been working on my centers. I have my groups reconfigured, and I kind of made like a proficiency list based off of 4 or 5 data points that we have here. And you know, I just need to know like how many times I'm going to see them, because I need to really push those students in order for them to test how I think they should test. So I've also gotten prepared for like my FSIM calendar. That's my small group calendar based off of their PMA, their progress monitoring assessment that they took before winter. That's just a test that, I mean, before winter break, that's just a test that all the students in my district in 3rd grade take, and it's based off of the standards that they have gone over for that unit. Or so basically I'm remediating standards, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. So what I have done is I've used iReady. We used our curriculum, Ready curriculum. So I went to the previous grade, which is 2nd grade, and I pulled up like their stuff here, and I tailored it to 3rd grade. So I have it like, okay, day 1, I'm just gonna do an intro, and then we're gonna do the model and guided. Day 2, they're gonna do the guided practice, but for day 2, I changed. So this is the text. I'm not really trying to show it too close up, because I'm not sure about like copyright infringement and stuff like that. So I'm just flashing it to you all. But these are like my questions that I created based off of their guided practice, and some of it is what they've already have, and that's fine if they're familiar with it. But I've used more like 3rd grade verbiage and language. And day 3 will be their independent practice, where they'll read this text again. That this is the text that they had in 2nd grade, so they should be familiar with the text. But again, I tailored the questions to more of a 3rd grade FSA style. So for this one, for example, was a question in the book, but they don't have it as a grid. I want to have more practice with this table match. So I put that in there myself. And then they're going to do a lesson check, which is with the simpler text, which is a 2nd grade level text for day 4. And then day 5, I'm going to give them, that's their actual assessment, is their another lesson check. And this is the lesson check that we've already done before, but we're just going into more depth. I've also have my homework for next week. So my way I do my homework is whatever we're working on that week is what their homework is. So usually our lessons are like a 5-day cycle. So this week will be point of view, except for the way that the weeks have been cut off, they won't get to point of view until Wednesday. But I've still given them point of view homework, and I also want to work on irregular plurals, and these resources I just find from I subscribe to education.com, and it is a great resource for me. And the kids love their games online, and that is an incentive that I use just for behavior and making sure they get their I-ready minutes that the district wants them to have, which is 45 minutes. Really 30 to 45 minutes, but closer to 45 minutes. And this is some work we're going to do tomorrow, because we kind of left off on winter break in the middle of a lesson. So I want to review what they previously learned to refresh their memories, and then we'll get back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and make these copies for their weekly communication log for my class and my partner teacher's class, who is not here. So I'm going to make this for the sub. And I also have the clipboard, behavior clipboard, and this is how you do it. I'm going to cover up the names. So basically we carry clipboard all day long, and they have glows and grows, and yeah. So basically with me, they start off with a B, and they earn an A by just doing simple things such as being respectful, honest, responsible, actively participating, having a growth mindset, leading by example, things like that. And, the things I can get a grow, things we need to work on, is being distracting to others or not following directions, things like that. So I'm going to get that printed out. I want to go to try to get the copy machine. Hopefully it's not full. We have a meeting after lunch, so I skip lunch because I want to get this stuff done. And I have a grapefruit and some water and some other stuff I can chew on. But I want to get this stuff done, and I wanted to beat everyone to the copy machine, so hopefully it's not busy. So I'm going to run and do that now. See you later. I'm back. My stomach is growling now all of a sudden. All right, that's for Mr. Clark. Yo, these are my copies. Look at this. Look at that. This is a week. No, not even a week. Because I didn't even do point of view. This is, and I'm not a ditto teacher, I promise you I'm not, but these are the things that the district, some of the stuff is the district ones, and communication sheets and all that. It takes paper and it takes copies. I know at one point, like, my principal was complaining about how much we use the copy machine. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, sir. But I do have HP Instant Ink, so that helps a lot. Especially it's so convenient, especially when a kink gets thrown into the schedule, and I just need to think. I need to have something on the fly. Having that printer in my room is a lifesaver. So if you don't have one, go get one. All right. But I have to go now to the faculty meeting. He says I'm gonna last an hour, so I have about 45 minutes left when I come back to get the stuff on my boards and put the date on the board and all that other stuff, and staple all these papers, because I need a TA or something to staple these papers, but I have to do it. All right, in the classroom, the first thing I want to do, because it's already past 7:30, I want to be here a little earlier than this, but it's fine. I'm going to get my seating chart done. So before I left, I kind of have an idea of who I want by who to change up my seating chart. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And I create the labels on my computer. It's much more economical, and yeah, it's super fast when I do it this way. So I'm about to get my computer out, and I just created on PowerPoint where everything else is created. What would we do without PowerPoint? So I'm gonna hold this because my tripod is acting real janky. So anyways, I'm about to do this and then I'll show you the end process. No, not the word I'm looking for. The end result. Alright, so I'm gonna update my book a day board, and I get my covers from Amazon, and then I go back to PowerPoint. This is REA, and I just delete that, paste it in. Okay. And then let's see, I go to format and under picture tools, and I like all of them to be 5, and then I change the border to black, and it's at 6 point, and that's it. And then I'm gonna save as, and I have them all saved this way. Okay, I'm just gonna put it as sad sent. Okay, that's it. Then once it comes out, I will laminate it and you'll see it on my board. I'm so excited to reveal the book of the day today, which is The Cool Bean. We've read The Good Egg, we've read The Bad Seed, so I know the kids are going to be super hyped to read another book by Jory John. So I'm just going to just stamp it really quickly. And this is my stamp. Get a good one in for the first time. Hold it and wiggle it. Came out pretty good. Try to put it up here. Yeah. Alright. I display the book a day right here in this little library area. And as you can see, our board has grown quite a lot. So, yep. I have some I have to put, like the Santa ones that we read before Christmas. I'm gonna put those up there, and then the rest of them for this week. So it's been about 2 days, and I haven't vlogged because, hey, when work gets to kicking your butt, you have to make every minute count. Yeah. So I think it's kind of slowed down at this point. I think it's gonna get a little bit more steady. Knock on wood. But I just had to get some stuff squared away, and I wasn't able to pick up the camera. But what has happened this week? We started a new lesson today, point of view. So I made the anchor charts, and I'm doing something a little differently with the anchor charts and how I have the objectives laid out. So hopefully it's helpful and it benefits the kids. So I've broken down, based on the standard, I've broken down the objective into 2, where the first one is I can recognize the point of view of the narrator, and then the other is I can understand differences between my point of view and the narrator and the character. So I made 2 separate anchor charts that they can look at. So let me just show you. So this is the first one, and I think it's good that they have steps. So step 1, like today when I went through it, I said, okay, so now we're on the first step. We're trying to figure out who the narrator is, and then I wish I would have wrote those pronouns a little bit bigger, but I feared that was running out of space. So, and then this is the second one where they're distinguishing their view from the story, from the characters in the story. So that's it. And I just put the standard at the top. It helps them and it helps me too. Um, but besides that, we have not been able to have corrective reading because of all the testing that has to be done with our primary grades. So because we are a very small and tiny school, and surprisingly, for us to be so small, we are very understaffed. So we didn't have enough bodies to do corrective reading and tests with the needed proctors and different accommodations that need to be made and all need to be met and all that. So corrective reading was just canceled for this week. So I've had an hour and 30 minutes extra with the kids in the morning that I don't usually have. And at first I was panicking, but I'm really kind of loving it. I love corrective reading. Don't get me wrong, because I do love my corrective reading group. They're so sweet, and I could just see that they are flourishing and they are growing so much by doing this program. And this is the program, corrective reading. I'm in the B1 group, and it's just phonics, but it really is explicit and it's repetitive and it's drills, and they do a fluency checkout. It's so good. It's so good. And sometimes it can get a little boring, but you have to bring the spice into the lesson as a teacher and make it exciting and give them certain incentives and things like that, and it's good. But what was I saying? Oh, why I like having the hour and 30 minutes extra, because we're able to do social studies, and we never have time in the schedule to do social studies, but the kids are excited to learn about this, learn about social studies. And right now we were learning about the Appalachian Trail, and I showed them videos about the Appalachian Trail, and we moved on to landforms today, and I'm actually creating a small little project for them to do they're going to start it next week, about landforms, and I'm going to assign them a state, and they have to research the state and be able to present it. They'll have a rubric and all that, and types of what I want to see on their poster board. And because we do have it's a Title I school, and we have some students that may struggle with getting that. Of course, I'll have some boards available for those students who need a poster board. No big deal, for me at least. So I think that'd be a fun activity for them to do. Tomorrow is Friday, and whew, I survived. Is it just me, or I swear 4-day weeks feel like double that. It just feels so long, because this week has gone on forever. But the kids have been really well behaved. I don't know if this is a honeymoon period right after winter break, and they're gonna turn up next week or the week before that. But right now I'm just enjoying it because they're just so calm, and I really like the sub next door. He's a male, and I'm always excited to see males in the profession, especially black men, especially with this demographic that we have, that we're majority black and brown little babies here. So it's just good to have representation and have a black man, here, have a black body, because our principal is a male, but that's it. There's no other men, and the music teacher out of this whole staff, it's no man. So if you're a man and you're watching this, hey, we need you. Get in this profession. And you don't have to be black. I'm just saying, it's a little sprinkle on top with their if they're black and working at a black school. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but it works. I like the sub, and I was worried about him being able to manage those kids because they can be a little rowdy and sassy and all of that, but hey, his management is on point. So I've been joking like you can stay because the long-term sub is supposed to come next week, but they're so calm. They've been so calm. Like, wow. But that is all. I just wanted to come and end the vlog. This is the first week of winter break. I just didn't want to end it so abruptly. I want you to have some type of finality about this vlog. So if you like this, you want to see more of my boring teacher day, make sure that you thumbs up this video, subscribe, comment, nice comments only. Other comments, you just keep that in your head and just pretend you said it. You pretend you typed it. Yeah, you could do that. All right, guys. Bye.